Time now for an update from Fox Carolina News and Fox Carolina Weather. Weather rates certified most accurate.
Good afternoon. It is election day and we are just a matter of hours away from polls closing, of course, in South Carolina and Georgia. Polls will close at 7 p.m. and then up in North Carolina, polls will close at 7:30, but due to some issues this morning, 4 precincts will have their polls open for 45 extra minutes. So it will be a little bit of a delay before we start getting those results from North Carolina. But we do expect those results to start coming in literally a matter of hours. Let's go to foxcarolina.com right now. And that is, of course, our top story, Election Day 2020. And there is so much at stake with this election, from your local to your statewide and of course to the presidential election. We have an entire section dedicated to the election right there at foxcarolina.com. Stories we've been covering today, you can look at the lines. We have interviews with the candidates, and this is a really cool interactive map. If you've not checked this out, you can actually scroll on each county and see the votes compared to 2016. So if you look at South Carolina, 253% of the level reached in 2016. So more people have voted. We're talking 1.2 million votes cast before you even went out to your polling location today. In Georgia, 3.9 million, and up in North Carolina, which is a battleground right now for the presidential race, 4.5 million people have already cast their ballots. But again, we will have everything you need to know right here at foxcarolina.com. And as soon as those results start to come in, we will have those inside our Fox Carolina News app. That is a great tool to have tonight. You can find a link here at foxcarolina.com to download the app. You see it right there. You can click on that. You can also stream our newscast on Roku, Amazon, Fire TV. But again, we will be covering everything about election 2020 as soon as the polls start to close. And of course, it was a beautiful day to head out and vote. I know this morning, Kendra, it was a little chilly out there. But again, we had no rain. I know there were some parts of the country that dealt with snow today, but here locally, we had good weather.
We sure did. And you know what? It's going to be cool this evening for those who need to vote. Get in right under the wire by around 7 o'clock. Temps will be falling into the 50s and then 40s by later on tonight. I think we'll wake up to some 30s, so still a little bit of patchy frost will be possible. So still a very cool night, just not quite as cold as last night. In the mountains, temps drop into the mid-30s later on tonight, so a wintry feel as you get your day started on Tuesday or on Wednesday. As I should say. As we go toward late week, it's going to be fairly mild, and this weekend we'll begin to see some increasing clouds. We'll talk about that, and of course Eta down in the Caribbean. That's going to be making landfall in Nicaragua and could affect areas near Florida early next week. And that's all coming up on the 4 and 5 o'clock newscast, and you'll want to join us at 10 and 11 tonight for the latest election coverage, and download the Fox Carolina app.